Hey, hey, hey. കണ്ട ഗൈസ്, തോൽവിയാണ് നമ്മ. 19 വിന്നി, 19 ലോസ്. ഇനി അത് സെറ്റാക്കണം. ഇന്ന് നമ്മ ഇരുന്ന് ഡിവിഷൻ 1 അടിക്കാൻ പോകും. Welcome to the live stream, guys. തുടങ്ങണ്ടേ? സെറ്റാക്കാം. സ്കോഡാണ്.
Well, what scene we have here, there's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
തുടങ്ങണ്ട, നമ്മ പൊളിക്കാൻ പോണ്.
There's the whistle.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
Tries to play it through. Can he get on the end of this? Well timed, excellent interception. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better.
മിസ് പാസുകൾ വന്നാണ്ട.
Very poor.
എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് നമ്മ ഈ
Now it's Eto'o. Now it's Messi. Bellingham. He's found the one. Bellingham!
അവർ തിരി കൂടിപ്പോയി.
Come off, but it was clever and nice.
തിരി കൂടിപ്പോയി.
interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great vision. And he's had a hit. And he's there to
പവർ
get it
ഇത്തിരി
away.
കൂടിപ്പോയി. ഒരു പ്രശ്നമൊന്നുമില്ല.
Cruyff producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And he's picked out the run. They're urging him to shoot for a shot. Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And a
Şimdi
trademark
kaçtı.
move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Borussia Dortmund are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Bellingham. Oh, that's superb. There's the shot!
തൊട്ടായില്ല.
That was a half-decent effort. And with the corner, there first. Looks across and plays it in. And he's cut it out.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
നമുക്ക് മാത്രം എന്താണ്?
It's a pretty loose pass. And he's away. He's had a shot! And
നേരെ
that is
പോലെ
doing
അടിച്ചില്ല.
no harm at all.
Borussia
നമുക്ക്
Dortmund
മാത്രം
really
എന്താണ്
know
ഇങ്ങനെ വരുന്നത്?
what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
തോറ്റ്.
Roberto Carlos. Iniesta. A true great in every sense of the word. Played out wide. Played back in.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Just ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Kukçu gets into a good... It's fallen! Oh, it's come off the upright. Up towards the front line.
ജസ്റ്റ് മിസ്.
Rijkaard.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
കളി
And we hit half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat. And the
ഈ
support
ടൈമിൽ കളിക്കുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ ബംഗ്ലാദേശിന് ഫ്ലാഗ്
have got to be asked, and the answer
ബംഗ്ലാദേശ് കൺട്രി ഇട്ടിട്ട് കുറച്ച് ടീം വരും അവരുടെ ഫ്ലാഗൊക്കെ ആയിട്ട് ഉമ്മാരെ തോപ്പിക്കാനേ പറ്റൂല.
Milan can really do with some big
നെറ്റിന്റെ
players
പ്രശ്നമോ
standing up here. At
എന്താണെന്നറിയില്ല.
times, they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Lovely ball and a real chance now.
സംഭവം അറിയില്ല.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. And they're back on the ball again. And here's Forlan. Danger averted for now. He's a sharp little ball here. Milan still behind thanks to that solitary strike.
ജസ്റ്റ് മിസ്.
Milan have reclaimed it. Gently done. And here's Eto'o.
Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
കുത്താൻ.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Messi making good progress on the right-hand side. Rijkaard getting this one clear. And that has put paid to that. And here's Forlan. Forlan! They
Yeah.
scored!
പൊന്നേ.
2 up now, It is
Chen.
fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Borussia Dortmund are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And he thumps it clear.
കളി തന്നെ.
Petit, Cruyff, lovely, now then, it's Luis Suarez!
ഗോളിന് പരന്നു.
Milan are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Last chance, perhaps, and he's managed to get free. It's Messi! And the ball's come loose here. He can get that clear. There won't be another chance after this one.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Cannavaro. Looking for options for movement. And that could well leave a mark. And we're done. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through.
കളി തന്നെ അമ്മ പരന്നു. ഓക്കെ, ജയിച്ചു വന്നാണ്. ആദ്യത്തെ സ്ട്രീമിൽ നമ്മ ജയിച്ചു വന്നാണ്. സ്ട്രീമില് ഡ്രോയൊക്കെ ആയിരുന്നു. പണം കളിക്കാൻ പറ്റണില്ല. ബംഗ്ലാദേശ് ആയിരിക്കും കേട്ടോ. നമുക്ക് എപ്പോഴും കിട്ടുന്നത് ബംഗ്ലാദേശാണ്. ബംഗ്ലാദേശിലെ ആൾക്കാരാണ് നമുക്ക് എപ്പോഴും കിട്ടുന്നത്. ബംഗിൾ ബംഗിൾ. നെയ്മർ, മൈക്ലോസ് ഭാഗ്യ എല്ലാവരും പോരെ. ഇതാണ് വേണ്ടത്.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. Now then, Jim, what can you tell us about the extraordinary Luis Figo?
Well, he's one of Portugal's most decorated players, possibly the best of their so-called golden generation. He was certainly amongst the most elegant and the most stylish. I think in essence, he's a traditional winger whose game is all about beating people to the byline and getting those crosses in.
Neymar. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Messi. And he was quick to react. Davids. And it's Messi. Nicely weighted ball.
Oh,
Casillas gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. That has been cut short.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone. Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Xavi Alonso. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Very nearly half an hour gone here.
Carlos,
It was a good
അല്ല അല്ലേ?
The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Xavi Alonso. Rummenigge. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. And he's had it nicked away. Looking for the run. Rummenigge. He's shifting through the gears here. Davids did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Zico. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
എന്തിനാണ് ഫൗളാ?
Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Zico ready to try one. Zico!
നമ്മ കാണിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പതിക്കും.
Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. Rummenigge. It's out for a goal kick. And we've reached half-time. We go into
Strikers.
half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
And we
Two
got
minutes.
First half compared with your expectation.
വേണ്ട ടീമും
Nothing but frustration.
ഡിഫൻസ് അടിപൊളിയാണ്.
I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need
കളി
to
പോരാ,
up their
നമ്മളായിട്ട്
quality
മുട്ടാൻ
too.
പറ്റില്ല.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here.
ഉള്ളൂ.
0-0 at the break. Whistle goes and we start the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's
Rummenigge! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner.
ഓരോ സൈമ ഒന്നുകൂടി വേണം.
It's a mighty effort! He will be livid with himself. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Neymar.
Paris Saint-Germain are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
And it's Zico. Rummenigge. Figo. It's Zico! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
നിങ്ങളുടെ അപ്പുറത്തേക്ക് ഒന്നുകൂടി അടിച്ചവൻ.
Just the wrong outcome.
Zico really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Corner number 2 then. Alonso! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Davids gets good distance on it. Vieira. And this is Cruyff. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Defending of the desperate variety. Knocks it into space.
Match was 80,113.
Cafu. Great vision. He is through here. Ball swung in. Pepe clears. And he's there to retrieve it. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Rummenigge, who needs just a moment to score a goal.
ഞാനൊന്ന് പേടിച്ചു. കട്ടിക്കായിരുന്നു.
That's really well manoeuvred. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It'll be a throw-in.
ടൈമുണ്ട്. സമയത്തിന് കയറിയിട്ട് രക്ഷയില്ല, കളിക്കാൻ പറ്റണില്ല. സബ്രഗിയൊക്കെ എഴുതാനില്ല. റൈഫ് ബിൽഡിംഗ് അല്ലേ അത്ര മതി, അത്ര മാത്രം മതി നമുക്ക് അടിക്കാനായിട്ട്. നിസ്സാരം
Number 25.
സാരം.
Ibrahimovic. Number 18. Neymar. Number 9. Messi. Number 3.
Pele plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
സബ്രഗിന്റെ ഗുണം.
Huge goal.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming.
Just
He has
miss it,
every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the
തങ്കപ്പനടിക്കാൻ
ball away like that.
വൈകിപ്പോയി.
Milan have
ഫസ്റ്റ്
found
ടൈം
themselves
ബൂം
in front.
പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ബുള്ളറ്റ് ഒരു അമ്പിടായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ
Voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Now he's got space here. Bellingham looking to get on the end of this.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Bellingham.
ഊഫ്
This usually is the time
ഷോട്ടാർ.
teams go into conservation mode.
And that pass just didn't quite work.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Puskás. Oh, it's a promising build-up. There's plenty of really nice passing. A reprieve,
This is-
albeit perhaps momentary. And we're done. Milan
Chakka.
have held on. They have got the
ചക്കച്ചാമ്പറമ്പിൽ
lead.
ഒരൊറ്റ ഷോട്ട്.
So
സ്ക്രിപ്റ്റ് മാച്ചാണ്.
this is the breeze.
മിസ്റ്റർ ബോട്ട്
How would you summarise what
54,000
we've seen today then, Jim?
54,000 റാങ്കിലുള്ളവരും നമ്മൾ
Match that was
തോപ്പിച്ചേക്കണം.
going to blow us all away, Peter, but I felt the team did a lot right, especially that well-timed goal.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good
നെറ്റ്വർക്കാ
evening.
പൊളി, ഒരേ പൊളി. Dun, dun, dun. 60 മാച്ച്, 60 വിന്നും 60 തോൽവിയും. പടം പട 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 പട. സെൽഡ്. ടച്ച് അവൻ. രണ്ട് വൈഫിനൊക്കെ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഹാഫിന് കളിപ്പിച്ച് എങ്ങനെയുണ്ടോ? അതല്ലേ എന്നോട്ടെ, പൊളിയല്ലേ, ചക്കൻ പൊളിയല്ലേ. ഈ ടീം വെച്ചിട്ട് അവൻ കയറിയേക്കണേ. കളിയായിരിക്കും ഇത്. ചക്കൻ പവറേഷായിരിക്കും.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Milan against Barcelona.
Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one.
ഇതിങ്ങനെ എടുക്കാം
Gets things running.
അങ്ങോട്ട്.
So Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the more productive players around, despite being a defender. When you look at his stats and see his contributions, you can realise how key a player he really is. And I suppose in many ways you can call him the perfect example of the modern fullback.
ടീമാണ്.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And here's Dembele. Dembele.
സ്മൈഗൾ,
And he was there to get a
Peter
vital touch.
Schmeichel.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now it's Cruyff. Pele. Oh, this is a terrific run. There's the header!
അയ്യേ.
That was no routine save.
Someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Hey.
Neymar charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, super ball.
ഷോട്ടോ.
Neither side yet able to
Interesting
force a
to
breakthrough
wow.
here. Granit Xhaka. Dembele. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Pele. Now it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. The ball goes in. And that has been knocked clear. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Dembele goes steaming forward.
ഏയ്
Nuno
ഇത് പെട്ടാ
Mendes.
കളിയായില്ല.
At best. That is lovely. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Cruyff. A lovely pass, but can he get there?
ഓ,
And the whistle's gone, presumably for
ഇത്
offside.
ഞാൻ കൊതിയായി കൊതിയായി കൊതിച്ചു കൊതി.
Anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of
ഒരു
goals,
നിമിഷം.
at least you've missed nothing. Nuno Mendes. And that's really well manoeuvred. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
മക്കളെ ബോൾ വരാണ്ടില്ലേ?
Really the perfect ball.
പറഞ്ഞിട്ടൊക്കെ ഉള്ള അങ്ങനെ നിന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക്
Rijkaard. Taken back almost at once. And the first 45 minutes are up. Able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second
ഞാൻ
period.
പറഞ്ഞില്ല അഡ്വൈസ് വന്നിട്ടാണ് ഫ്രഷ് ചെയ്യണം. വേറെ എന്തെങ്കിലും പറഞ്ഞ നമുക്കറിഞ്ഞൂടെ.
0-0.
31 മിനിറ്റായി, ആരും വാച്ചിങ് ഇല്ല കേട്ടോ.
And we're off again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Pele conjures time and space where few can. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
That's
Penalty.
just playing it safe and simple.
Neymar. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Best. And he's managed to get free. They're urging him to shoot. Great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's there to get it away. And he's only too happy to take that back. Neymar tries a shot. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Decent
ഇതെനിക്ക്
strike,
മാത്രം.
feeling low.
Attendance for this match was 80,113.
Best. Howson. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. That's a cute ball. Neatly clipped into space. Rooney gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. It looked as though that might lead just the goalkeeper. Can he finish? They've scored!
എനിക്കല്ല.
More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Looking to play him in. Oh, he's seen that early. He shapes to shoot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Howson gets across to intercept that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And it's Bellingham. Pele, always looking for that half a chance. Played with finesse. And that has put paid to
There
that.
will be 1 minute added time.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically?
That's that, the end.
Goal.
Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour,
Pandarating.
effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
Hello, everybody.
How do you
and
look back on
Division
the
2
game?
player
I've
right.
been in this
Happy
position
wedding
myself, and this will be
anniversary
difficult
for
to
one of our
take.
fan
They
club
did
members.
everything right but score, but at least I suppose they can reflect on a few positives from this one.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
ഇത് കഷ്ടമാണ് നോക്കി. ഒരു കളി ജയിക്കുക ഒരു കളി നോക്കുക, ഒരു കളി ജയിക്കുക ഒരു കളി നോക്കുക, ഒരു കളി ജയിക്കുക ഒരു കളി നോക്കുക. ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് പോയിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. എനിക്ക് 60 നിമിഷം ഒന്നും അടിച്ചിട്ടില്ല. ഇതൊക്കെ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റാം.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra...
It's Raul!
Eh.
Ripper from Raul! One more for his glittering collection!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he...
Decent chance! And it's in! That
And
is
script
remarkable.
goal.
All square in a
Mm.
matter of moments.
Well, if lesson in responding to a deficit. That's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
One sweeping move, executed
ഇതുകൊണ്ടല്ല
with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they ended up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Looks a smashing ball. And the shots! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Looking for options for movement. Look at the chance for a shot! Goal, Milan! And the comeback is complete. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Al Nassr finding their passes. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Can he get it through? Oh, well played. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Chouameni works it forward. Bellingham plays a sharp little ball here. Haaland has it in a wide position. In towards the back stick.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's found a way past. Howson did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Out for a throw. Gets a good foot in there. Chouameni. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Aims beyond the defence. Rijkaard. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Knocks it into space. He has a look up and he shoots! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
ഭാഗ്യം
This
ഭാഗ്യം
possibly the last play of the
ഭാഗ്യം
half. Ibrahimovic is there and he can get that. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. The midway point of the game.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And the second half gets underway. Xabi Alonso kept his eye on it, and he's there. Raul. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And he's there to belt it away. Good steal, he just read it. Pelé. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Oh, this looks sharp. And it's Xabi Alonso. Azar. Azar charging forward, the ball at his feet. Chouameni cuts out the pass. Roberto Carlos. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Pele! Albert Ferrer can get it clear. Berbatov. Great vision. Floated through. Schmeichel.
അമ്മേ
Relief as he gets his hands on the
മൈ
ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
He's found a way through.
ചാക്കി അടിച്ചാൽ മതിയായിരുന്നു.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well, that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Now, can they get him away? Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here, and he's had it nicked away. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And this is Berbatov.
Al Nassr really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now it's Berbatov.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Tries to play it through, and Dijk cuts it out. And the referee brings it to a close.
കണക്കാരൻ
So the
ജയിച്ചങ്ങനെ.
winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Haaland claiming the man of the match
ഡിവിഷൻ
award.
1 കയറാനേ
Very little
ഇതുവരെ കയറിയിട്ടില്ല. അപ്പോൾ അവൻ ഇങ്ങനത്തെ സ്ക്രിപ്റ്റ് കൊടുക്കും, അല്ലാണ്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒന്നും ആവില്ല. നീ 61 61ആക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി എങ്ങനെ കളിക്കും? അടുത്തത്
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The San Siro for more than a century, Milan's power base.
എല്ലാവരും പാടാ
Stays a
ശ്രമിക്കുക.
symbol of their glorious history. So that's got things underway. So there he is, the man known as the Angel of Madrid, and with a name like Raúl González Blanco, it was almost like he was born to wear that famous white shirt.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back to the scene of his last European triumph, back in 2002, of course, in that Glasgow final.
The final we all remember truthfully for that famous volley.
Yeah, it was Raúl who got things going, if you remember. A very smart finish running onto a long throw that had the Germans completely bamboozled. And yes, while it wasn't a winning goal, it did set up a very exciting evening.
And it's Robertson. Robertson going full tilt down the left. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Bruno Fernandes! We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Parola Iniesta da head.
Alonso. Milan still without a single shot on target. Pele can see things others simply cannot. There's a searching pass. Pele had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Played out wide. And he's in on goal. And he shoots! And that's caused a worry or two.
ടച്ച് പ്രശ്നമുണ്ടാ.
And we have our very first corner. Rijkaard with the clearance. Milan have the chance to go the other way. That's a nicely shaped ball. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Eto'o does really well to win the ball there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Nicely weighted ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the shot! What a wonderful goal!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
And the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And the shot! Off the post! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Hello, attendees.
Well, obviously
This
things
is
are
a
not good,
lost
Peter.
children's
It seems the
announcement.
team were just a
Would the
bit too
father of
busy
a boy in
playing
a
within
blue
themselves,
hat
too
kindly make
tentative.
his way
They have
to
to
the
improve
information
and
centre?
make it fast.
And the game has already resumed here.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Out of play for a goal kick.
Oh,
Pele. Pele, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. And here's Haaland. And here's Eto'o. Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Raul. No, it's come to nothing. Costa Curta. Bellingham. It's a good run down the right. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
The attendance for this
So, Jim,
match
what are you
was
thinking?
80,314.
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Could move up a gear here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Bruno Fernandes. And there's green grass ahead of him. Forlan showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a... It's Pele! Oh,
കളിക്ക്.
Pele really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Forlan.
Benfica surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Very nicely done. And it's Xabi Alonso. And that's a good ball. The message is clear. None shall pass. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Pele takes control of it and he's on the move.
Hey.
And they're quick to get it back. And he's heaved it away. Bellingham.
Milan
And that is that. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
With the owner of a blue
How would you
car
summarise what
parked
we've seen
outside the
today then,
stadium
Jim?
gate,
That's a
kindly remove
fairly
it, as it is
demoralising
about to be
loss.
towed away.
They hardly threatened, and this was about as insipid as it comes.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night.
കളിച്ച്. ജോർജിനോ പോയ ഇല്ല. protection. മതിയല്ലോ, എന്തെങ്കിലൊക്കെ മതിയല്ലോ. Recommended. ബുള്ളറ്റ് ടീം വെച്ചിട്ട് അടിച്ചേറ്റണം. കുശല Real Batistuta. കളിച്ചു വരണം, നമ്മളെ കാര്യമുള്ളൂ. എന്ത് കഷ്ടമാണല്ലേ. ഓക്കെ, പെട്ടെന്നിരിക്കണവനാണ് അവൻ.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Milan.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And as you can see, we've already started here. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected. Atalanta have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Shevchenko. Shoots!
വാഴൊന്നും അടിച്ചിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല.
The assured keeper there. I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And he cuts out the supply. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Shevchenko. And here's Son Heung-min. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Neymar. And he's had a hit. It's a loose ball. Costa Curta clears.
Blitzkrieg Neymar.
Traumeri. And this is Dembele. It's a really well-measured ball. Alba Ferrer delivers. That's an imaginative pass. And he's quick to snatch it back. Bellingham plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And Van Nistelrooy! That was superb goalkeeping.
Van Nistelrooy is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. He rises! Goal! Atalanta! And Atalanta go in front. A wonderful delivery and all
No.
touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And it's Bellingham.
There will be one.
Oh, that's
minute
up.
added
And the
time.
shots! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Eto clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Deftly away. And it's half-time here. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break. You can be sure of that.
Substitution for Atalanta. Number 11, Shevchenko.
And the action is back on the way.
Van Nistelrooy.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Number 24, Mateus. Coming on the field.
Bellingham.
Number 20.
Looking for options for movement.
Number 17.
He's cleared it out of harm's way.
25.
Milan have it back and can go again.
Gullit.
And it's
Number
Tchouaméni.
22.
Atalanta couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Kessié! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Kessié actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. That's very neat. And now they can spring out of defence. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Over to the left. Now it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly. I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to.
He's having a go! Oh, brilliant from Donadoni! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And this is getting better and better. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Atalanta are sitting pretty. 2-0. There's the shot! Oh, what has happened here? Has another go! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Knocks it into space.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Now it's Platini. Decent chance! Played out towards the right wing. Dembele. Bellingham. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Bellingham. Now, can they get him away? Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. Not pretty, but it gets the... Oh, he's been caught on it here. Albert Ferrer. Can he get it through? Fires it in low. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that's it. Milan were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. Well, how will we
And
look
we
back
come
on
to
that?
you now
Well, you
with a
can
quick
never
request for
predict the
support
results
for
of
Al
these
Sharawi.
games.
എന്തൊക്കെയോ എവിടെയോ ഒരു പ്രശ്നം പോലെ. Phenomenal pass. So the turn line.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The
Hello,
game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable.
Paris Saint-Germain against Milan.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. We all know of Johan Cruyff as the father of total football. Lee And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Lee Kang-in is offering a wry smile there.
Paris Saint-Germain with the corner. They're first. Van Bouten tries to clear. Milan are looking to go forward now. And the counter is on. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Albert Ferrer spots it and intercepts. Casemiro. Paris Saint-Germain ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And this is Pele. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And that was very necessary. Referee's given a throw.
ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ കളിച്ചിട്ട് എന്ത് കാര്യമിരിക്കുന്നു.
Vitinha is the guilty party there. Now it's Inzaghi. And back to the goalkeeper. That has been cut short. Cafu. Looking to play him in. He's found a way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Haaland. Can he get it through? Lovely. Can he finish? Goal! Milan! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Haaland. Oh, no joy this time. That's a sharp pass. Bellingham. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now that looks a decent ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Lee Kang-in. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Rijkaard.
There will be 1 minute
Davids.
added time.
Spread out to the left.
അതങ്ങോട്ട് ഇട്ട് കൊടുത്താൽ മതി അപ്പം തന്നെ.
There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Some first half thoughts.
Milan really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Milan, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up.
Number 19, Lee Kang-in, coming
And
on
the
the
action
field
is back underway.
Number 9.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Now it's Pele. Tries to play it through. Shoots! He's got a goal! A two-goal lead and they're
Dum.
truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Decent chance! Relentless! Just relentless!
പേക്കടിക്കടാ, പേക്കടിച്ചുകൂടാ.
And they are cruising away. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
A case now of complete control.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do.
And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And the referee's coming over. It's a red card. And are down to 10 men.
I just think it
ഒരു
was
ഫൗൾ
a
ചെയ്ത്
silly foul to
കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ
give away.
അത്
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Number 8, Bellingham. Number 14, Raul.
And it's
Coming
Vitinha.
on the field,
Pele
number
goes
22,
sliding in.
De Bruyne. Number 30,
Played back
Messi.
in. Real chance! He's taken with style.
പോലെ
Paris Saint-Germain are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
It's Inzaghi!
ആ ബ്ലോക്ക്
Now it's Haaland. Now he's got space here. Chips it through. That's the keeper's ball.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Great vision. Always onto this. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
പുറത്തൊരാളോടാണ് അതാരും ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചില്ല.
Ruben Dias. Messi. And that has left him in a heap. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Paris Saint-Germain have a free kick. And this is Inzaghi. Cruyff proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Oh, this looks sharp. And now the breakaway. It's a pretty loose pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Roberto Carlos out-muscles him. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
കണ്ണൻ വാരോ
Substitution
കണ്ണൻ
for
വാരോ
Albert
കണ്ണൻ കണ്ണൻ കണ്ണൻ
Ferrer. Number 21, Casemiro.
Haaland.
Coming on the field,
Adams
number 5,
kept his eye on it,
Costa
and he's
Curta.
there.
Number 15,
Now it's Haaland.
Conte. 6 added minutes has been indicated.
Now it's Messi. Messi!
മൂന്ന് ഗോൾ ഇടുന്നു.
And somehow,
16 മിനിറ്റ് കൊടുത്തേക്കണേ.
he kept it out. Corner number 2 then.
അടുത്ത
Robertson with the short one. Adams. And it's De Bruyne. He's tried one! Keeper's not concerned by that. That's that, the end. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw.
സിംഗിൾ പിള്ളേരോട് എനിക്ക് ഇവിടെ വരണവരെ പിള്ളേരോട് കന്നൻ വാരും.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not
Right.
feel like that.
രാത്രി
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement.
Messi! He's scored!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So, a breakthrough. It's Van Basten!
ആരടി
And he
ആണിതിലെയോ.
looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Climbs up big!
എടാ,
Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Rice really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game.
കാക്കയിലെയോ, നീയിലെയോ, ഇലെയോ, ആരടി കാക്കും.
Dembele goes short. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Nicely aimed pass.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for the run. And he was quick to react. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Can he get it through? Howson defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, that was vital. Plays a sharp little ball. Tries a shot! He has done it!
ആകും എന്നിത്തിയോ, നാകും
And this is getting
എന്നിത്തിയോ.
better and better.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to
Rui.
instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered.
Rui കുട്ടാ.
He got it right.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game.
Oh, what has happened here? Takes a shot!
ഓഹോ,
Roberto Carlos. No, he wasn't going to be
Ben
fooled.
Bob
Dembele. Roberto Baggio. Oh, and they really should
Babar
have been made to pay.
Jojo.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi. Milan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. This is Dembele. He's found a way through. Cannavaro demonstrating his defensive quality there. And he shoots! No mistake! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Paris Saint-Germain get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
That's the keeper's ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Dembele! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it.
And just a quick reminder today to
Neither
please
side
drink
holding back
Did
here.
they bang?
It's been quite a half this.
Yeah.
They're ahead.
Noda.
They can't afford to get
ഞാൻ തന്നെ.
complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Milan head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. We're already back up and running after half-time. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Ball swung in. Can he finish?
Oh.
Well, the contact was true enough. The aim wasn't quite.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Messi. Oh, good spread. Showing great feet there. Cafu drives it in. And he's taking no chances. It's Roberto Carlos!
Roberto.
The crispest of hits.
Roberto
Well, it looks like he's
Carlos.
annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Coming on the field is number 3, Bellingham.
Rice. Bellingham. Oh, it's Van Basten.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Rijkaard. Now it's Pele. Shot could be on. Well read. And the danger is averted. So what can they make of this? 75 minutes played. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Paris Saint-Germain have themselves a corner, I think. Yes.
റോയൽ കൊണ്ട്
Paris Saint-Germain.
അങ്ങനെ അടി കാണിച്ചു വിട്ടു.
Number 41, Rice. Coming on to replace him is
6
number 6, Roberto Carlos.
പോയി.
1-0 Paris Saint-Germain.
1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. 1 Jinga bum bum. Jigam jinga jum jum. Jinga jum da dum de dum
Corner
da
number
dum da
3
dum dum.
coming up.
Ennago yemedi.
Mbappe! In for the pieces.
Paris Saint-Germain simply cannot be faulted for their effort here, Peter. They're giving all they have. You can't ask for more.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Mbappe. And he's there to get it away.
Paris Saint-Germain really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
He's found a way through. Chance for a shot! He's got a goal! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's good.
And that will be the final act.
Pireyo,
And so they have the
ni
outcome they desire.
pireyo,
A
ni
dose of
pireyo.
reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. How would you summarise what we've seen
Just a
today then,
quick
Jim?
reminder today,
Well, the look on the
please
manager's
refrain
face
from
says it
parking
all.
outside
He
this
knows he
stadium.
set his attack
Thank you
up
very much for
perfectly,
your
and the
cooperation.
players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working.
It's a daily game. Adam.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big trophies with exactly this setup.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Pelé. And it's Tchouaméni. Now it's Messi. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision...
And Messi! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, certainly could have been something
Betul,
so
Messi.
much more.
Peruntan Messi. മെസ്സിനെ വെച്ചിട്ടാണ് കളി. നമ്മളോ മെസ്സിനെ വെച്ചിട്ടാണ് കളി.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he shoots! Goal! Milan!
ഇപ്പോഴും മെസ്സി കാര്യം
And
മെസ്സി
Milan
കാര്യം
have the
മെസ്സിനെ
lead!
വെച്ചാലെന്നാണ്.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Looking for options for movement. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Can he get it through? He's had a shot!
And he was there to get a vital touch. I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Tries to get it clear. Scholes. Scholes. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Just eases him off the ball. And it's half-time here. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Milan are in at half-time with a slender one-goal. And the finish! And it's in! They
Awesome.
are back in business!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And it's hoisted clear. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. There's the shot! Goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Pele can see things others simply cannot.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the
Chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. This time, surely! And it's come back out to him. It's there! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, David Villa.
Both sides then taking this
Number
chance
4,
to turn to their
Raul.
benches.
Number 22.
So the lead now is 2.
Scholes.
They've seen the light,
Number
and the
6,
opposition have been
Daniel
left in
Van
the dark.
Bruyten. Number 20.
That's a good ball.
Joshua Kimmich. Coming on the field.
Howson.
Number 18.
Madrid do have a chance to counter here. And it's Fernando
Number
Torres.
97,
That has not gone well.
Number
Madrid
17,
appear to be happy to let their
Neymar.
front players
Number
stay up
2,
front all the time.
Williams.
Well,
Number
it's
11,
signalling to the opposition
Kukçu.
that they're setting
Substitution in
themselves up
progress.
for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. It's a threatening ball. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
Some inspired work, that. It's good that someone knew exactly what they were doing.
And it's made its way to him. He's beaten the line. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Roberto Carlos.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's been given away. Cafu. And that will be the final act. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. So,
Just a
Jim,
quick
how do you
announcement,
reflect
it is
on
now
what
time
we've
for our
seen?
special
Well, there was a
moderation.
distinct
Please grab
lack
your
of
tickets when given
clarity
when you're
or
walking through the
commitment
gates.
in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
ഇല്ല. എന്തുകൊണ്ട് ഇത് കൂട്ടണില്ല? ഉറക്കം വരുന്നു. നാളെ കളിക്കാം. ഓക്കെ. മാച്ച് നോക്കാം ഇതെന്താവും.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Argentina against Milan.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more...
Mbappe! Oh, it's hit the post! Nicely weighted ball. And that could set him on his way. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And it's Messi. Neymar. Rijkaard. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now, who's going to be first to this? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Threads one in. Oh, what a ball! Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Messi. Oh, really well played. He's shifting through the gear. Can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Up he goes! Decent enough try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
It's a pretty loose pass. Minutes till half-time. Looking for the run. Messi. Cannavaro simply refused to be outdone there.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And Messi!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
It's out for a goal kick. Can he get on the end of this? Cleared away. Bellingham. Koundé. And that'll be the last act of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment.
Please join me
No goals
in
at this
wishing
stage,
all the
but
best
certainly
to
not devoid
members
of
our
action.
fan club
It is
celebrating
0-0
their
here
wedding
at
anniversary
half-time.
today.
So off we go once more.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Tries to pass it through. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And here's Neymar.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And the pass is intercepted. Davids.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Milan can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Neymar. Oh, lovely bit of skill. He is having a shot! Beckenbauer gets good distance on it. Tchouaméni. Messi. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. And it's Bellingham. He has a look up. That is a brilliant interception. Roberto Baggio. And Scholes. Koundé. It's a searching pass. Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And this is Ibrahimovic. He's had it taken off him. Back in possession and ready to go again. Khan gets his hands on it and the danger is averted.
Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's make shot a goal!
Same again, same outcome.
Milan really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
substitution for Argentina. Number 7.
Corner number 2 then.
Lazio. Number 10. Mbappe. Coming on the field. Number 17.
It's the keeper's ball.
Number 13.
Argentina are looking to go forward now. No way through. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Scholes.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Out towards the flank. Messi gets into a good position.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Messi. He's fed it back. Modern Messi! Now, who's going to be first to this? Caught offside that time. Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable.
Please make
Your
sure
final
to watch
thoughts,
the
Jim?
screen
Well,
for
a
an
decent
information
draw, Peter,
bulletin
with a
from the
good mix
regional
of
police
action and
department.
plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
ഓക്കെ